here to celebrate this wonderful record, Remember the Humans. Is there anything more human than technical possibilities, you know? So, this is the first album for 9 years.
Yeah.
What is it that, tell us about like what brought the band back together? Why did this feel like the right time to get back in the throng?
I can give it back to Charlie.
All right. Hi, everybody. Well, I think it was something about Jupiter going into retrograde. I don't know if that happened, but there was certainly some kind of all the stars aligning with the band, because the thing about being in a collective band like this is that we need to take long breaks because it's hard to collaborate and compromise all the time. And I'm going to talk about the word compromise for a second, because I feel I've learned through this band that there's two meanings of compromise. There's the sense of like when the hull of a ship is compromised, the ship sinks. And when you don't have enough money, then you have to compromise. And that generally means, you know, lower quality all around. But there's this other thing that we do in Broken Social Scene, which is artistic compromise, which is where we meet in the middle between different humans. So Kevin has his opinions and ideas and tastes. Hannah has hers, I have mine. Everybody in the band has their own opinions and differences and tastes. And somewhere in the middle, we try and sort of pull into this space where we all mostly like everything on the record. And then it becomes its own identity. It becomes its own thing. Like the band reifies into a persona of its own that doesn't really belong to any of us. And it takes a lot to get that happening. So we kind of got together and we jammed a few times just to sort of test what's out there. We don't really write music, we kind of find it. Like we get together and we just sort of fish around. And then we made this whole catalog of maybes. And then we listened through and found this one's really good. This is really good. Oh, this is really good. If we put this with this and this with this, we might have something. And then it kind of became, okay, let's do this. So it wasn't for sure, because we just wanted to find out what we were doing.
Yeah.
And then once the spark hit, we just kept rolling, and everybody chipped in, and we left space for everybody else. We brought our old producer Dave Neufeld back in, and it just started to feel better and better, and until
we have this. Yeah. Like you say,
Charly Spearin on the answer, come on.
I mean, everyone that's chipping in, like you say, David came back in to produce it. You know, there's lots of old friends on this record. Feist is on this record. Lots of people have come back in. Cheers for Feist. How did you go about sort of bringing that gang together? Like, do you go and like, what's the process of working out who is Broken Social Scene at this time?
They came to us. They always come to us. If they know we're always going. In terms of Leslie, she came in with that song. She sort of showed back up into our community when she needed community. And when we heard what happens now, what happens next, I think we all knew that that was something that we ask ourselves as we have to continue, especially as you're getting older, to the youngins out there, don't worry about that right now, don't worry about it. But you lose people, you lose things you think you're supposed to have, the expectations, the realizations, they all come into a place of peace if you're living right, and if you're giving up control. Control is no way to live life. So Les came back, handed us a song and said, play all over it, let's do this. Lisa Lobsinger, same thing. This is something back in the day we wouldn't do, because you always want to be a part of the creation, you always want to be in the room, it's so important that you're there. But because we have our lives and people have children and people have identity now, all wrapped up into so many things, and let's get real, our success happened. We decided to keep going. So I think because we don't chase things and we just do them because we decide to do them and we like making music together, it still brings people back.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like, you know, from the title outwards, there's a real reason to have written this record. Like, Remember the Humans, you know, it's very timely. I don't think that you really need to think too hard to know why you wanted to write a record about humanity and connection and all of the importance of these things? Like, what did that sentiment mean to you?
I think, quickly, and I'd love you to ask the question to Hannah, so it's not just a bunch of guys answering a bunch of two. But I know for us, we have always tried our best to be honest and to provide a place of safety and protection. I know you get fed that a lot. Our peers have fed you that a lot and may have not completely backed that up. And I'm not trying to lay down a challenge, but we did. And we have people, our greatest achievements is people like yourselves coming out to these things, listening to it, bringing it into your lives, bringing it into your friendships, because we're all the same. We're music lovers as well. And the things that I think that make us feel safe most is song. And we are who we are, and we're faulted to the core, but we, as a band, through friendship and its highs and lows, we wanted to make a place of safety within our music, a place that everyone could come to and find some sense of identity in, because to all of us, I could speak for everyone in this band, that's what music did for us growing up, correct? So there you go, that's kind of the motto of our band.
It's 4 yeses. Yeah, Hannah, talk to us about the song that you played, so Only the Good I Keep. I'm told it started off in a different form. You came in to tell us the story of how this all came together.
Yeah. Kevin asked me to come hang out at the studio while they were working on stuff, and he just shared a bunch of song music with me, and they were all great. And then he said, "Go home with these and listen to it." And there was one that really felt it, and I just worked on it. And yeah, the song is about what it was like in my teens and being a kid going through a teenager going through shit. And I felt nostalgic when I heard the track that Kevin sent me, and that came out, and I sent it to Kevin, and he was like, "What did you say?" He said,
It was 3 months later. So I happened to, a few days before, not want to let go of that song, and I came up with a wicked vocal line. And then I called our producer Neufeld and said, "Hey, remember that Ringo?" He called it Ringo Starr Jam. I don't know. He's in his 60s. I was like, okay. He said, "Did you get Hannah's email?" And I went, "Oh my gosh, what do you mean? I just came up with a vocal line for this thing." And I went and listened to it, and I called Hannah and said, "Look, I love it, but I just came up with this really killer vocal line for it." And long story short, 2 days later, I couldn't remember my vocal line. All I could hear was her song, and that's a testament to Hannah, because she just erased my hook, my top line, as they say in the biz in Nashville. My top line.
But also I think a credit to, I'm aware that we've got short on time, but like the egolessness of this band, that feels like the key to this group is...
There's a lot of ego.
Okay, you're doing a really good job of hiding that, so...
No, you know what, I'll say this really quickly. It's not there's this male thing going around, kill the ego. That means they failed and they're trying to figure out how to make it better for themselves. It's kill the arrogance. Keep your ego. You need your ego in this world. That is your sword and your stone. This negative spin on egos coming from some social media thing where some actor didn't make it and didn't know what he had when he had it. So fuck that shit. Arrogance. We don't need that. And there's no one that's arrogant in this band. But if we didn't have ego in this band, we wouldn't make the music that we make. You need friction. You need challenge. You want to take it? Charlie's like, "I got something to say, Kev. I don't necessarily agree with you. Thus, here we go."
Take this. This one's louder.
I think we sort of created an extra ego with the band. We managed to let go of our own personal egos enough that we could have even more ego.
A bigger ego.
But I do believe that it is important to take your ego, pull it apart, examine it, find out what it's made of, find out who you are, look at your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, all your sensations, and put them into little piles and separate them and And instead of thinking of yourself as one solid thing, recognize that you have all these different qualities and aspects, and that sort of thing can be very liberating. So I think the ego, it's good to have a healthy ego.
Healthy
essentially.
ego.
And then the next time that you will be in London will be alongside, there's a triple headline going on. With
Evan,
stars.
get over here, come on. Stars are coming, ladies and gentlemen, stars. That doesn't work, friend.
Say, come on.
What are
you
we
gotta say
excited about for this tour? I mean, like the three bands, so it's you guys, Metric and Stars.
I'm excited how we're all gonna fit backstage.
Yeah.
Can't wait. And Brixton too. Wow, Brixton, Brixton!
Have to do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that the sort of vibe that we can expect from this tour?
Yes, exactly. If we pull this off, oh my gosh, I'll be the first one to say, wow. But no, and James and Emily have gone out of their way to put this. They're taking the risk. They put it together. They've done such an amazing thing. It's been years in the working, and we just sat back. We're in the passenger seats and the back seats just saying, they've just made an incredible record. I know they were just here. Were people at that show? There you go. Well, see, I always say we have a better crowd. I knew it. It's two different crowds. But either way, we're going to come together. But no. We owe them dearly in this band for all the work that they've done. Jimmy Shaw, Sweetest Kill, Anthems for a 17-Year-Old Girl, Emily Haynes, Swimmers, Sentimental Exes, Backyards, Protest Song. We have a lot of history with them. And I saw them last summer, and I knew they wanted to do this, and the show was phenomenal. And I just said, sign us up. We're into it. We want to celebrate the fact that we're all still here. I have lost some friends, and it just changes the way you look at friendship when people die on you. And I think it would be very silly for us to take advantage of the fact that we have this opportunity to be together. And I will say one more thing before you wrap up, Lisa, that the whole thing really is about helping each other out. This whole thing that we're doing, you're doing it, we're doing it, it really is about helping each other out. And that is sort of the core mission and the mission statement of who we are as people. We have been for over 30 years now. There's grade school, middle school, summer camp, high school, where most of us met. And you basically live your life trying to help others, and then it doesn't matter if you have the affinity pool or you're paying rent, you just live a better life, okay?